Alright, we're back here. Picking up with number 7, law of sines. I'm going to need my calculator for this one. Okay, when you get law of sines and cosines, just make sure you check that you are in degree mode. Okay. Alright, now let's get this set up. Use law of sines to solve, if possible, the triangle or triangles. I just have one triangle here. If two solutions exist, find both. Alright, I'm going to draw B right here, and that's 25 degrees here. And I'll make this A 6.2. And then this B here, I'll make a little shorter, 4. Alright, and what I need to check, this is a case where the given side, given the side opposite the given angle, I should say, and the adjacent side is bigger. If this 4 is bigger than the altitude, then we have two solutions. So I'm going to check for the altitude real quick here. If you'll look, I've got, of this triangle, I've got the hypotenuse, 6.2, and the angle, 25. H is the opposite. So if I take the sine of 25 degrees, that's equal to H over 6.2. And if I multiply both sides by 6.2, I'll have H. Okay, so let's take 6.2 times the sine of 25, 2.62. So H, I've got, H is about 2.62. Alright, so what we have here is an ambiguous case. Okay, so I'm going to draw this one also, but I'm going to first of all solve for this big triangle I drew that has this obtuse angle. And the 4 over sine of 25 degrees equals 6.2 over sine of, okay, A is 6.2, so this is A here, big A, over sine of A. Okay, 4 times the sine of A equals 6.2 times the sine of 25 degrees. I'll divide by 4. And the sine of A is approximately, I'm going to go 4 decimal places with that, 6.2 times the sine of 25. And then let's divide that by 4. I get 0.6551 is what I'm going to use. So A is approximately, and I could just leave all the decimals in here and go second sine, second answer, 40.92 degrees. So this, and that's important for later, this is 40.92 degrees. And C, angle C, is 180 degrees minus 25 degrees minus 40.92 degrees. So 180 minus 25 minus 40.92. That's 114. C equals 114.08 degrees. Okay, and I'll put this together here in a minute. And then I'm going to go 4 over sine of 25 degrees equals little c over sine of 114.08 degrees. Okay. C sine of 25 degrees equals 4 sine of 114.08 degrees. I'm going to divide both sides by the sine of 25 degrees. And C is approximately 4 times sine of 114.08 divided by sine of 25, 8.64. Okay, we know we got two solutions. Solution 1, I'm going to write A, B, C, A, B, C. What do we know? A is 6.2, B is 4, little c is 8.64, big A is 40.92 degrees, big B is given 25 degrees, and big C is 114.08 degrees. Alright, so there's solution 1. Solution 2, now let's remember this is 40.92 here. This is the supplement of that. So I'm going to take 180 minus 40.92 and get 139.08. And then just solve this from here. I'll go ahead and finish it because we need a key anyway. So 4 over the sine of 25 degrees equals let's see. Okay, so 4 over sine of 25 is equal to our, this is our kind of our new C in the new triangle. And I don't know the length of this side. Okay, perhaps I should calculate angle C. Angle C is 180 degrees minus 25 degrees minus 139.08 degrees, which is approximately 180 minus 139.08 minus 25, 15.92 degrees. Okay, so little c over the sine of 0.92 degrees. All right. C sine 25 degrees equals 4 sine 15.92 degrees. I'm going to divide by sine of 25 degrees, divide by sine of 25 degrees, and what do we got? C is approximately twisted that around 4 sine 15.92 divided by sine 25. Okay, if I'm going hundredths, that's 2.60. I think we got everything here, right? So solution 2 A, B, C, big A, big B, big C. Still 6.2, still 4. Little c is about 2.60. Big A is now, yeah, 139.08 degrees. Big B, still 25 degrees, and big C is 15.92 degrees. Okay. All right. Number 8. Now B is our given angle. We're going to use law of cosines. B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2 times A times C times the cosine of 150 degrees. Okay. What do we got here? We just have something to calculate here. Ten squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 10 times 20 times cosine of 150 equals 846. Okay, I'm going to take the square root of that. Get 29.09. So B is approximately 29.09 units long. So I could take 29.09. So I'm going to B over sine B over the sine of 150 degrees. And that would equal equal 10 over the sine of A. And 29.09 sine A equals 10 times the sine of 150 degrees. Divide by 29.09, divide by 29.09. Sine of A is approximately, let's go 10 sine 150 divided by 29.09, 0.1719. So A is approximately, I'm going to take the inverse sine, and I'll just leave that in of the answer. And I get 9.90. 9.90 degrees. And then, what do I need? I need C, right? I got A, I got B, I need C. Side C is, and I might recommend a drawing if you gotta make sure we know what everything is. But C is 180 degrees minus A, 9.90 degrees minus 150 degrees. Alright, so 180 minus 9.9 minus 150 is 20.1. Okay, so let's do A, B, C, big A, big B, big C. A is 10, C is 20, B is 150 degrees. Little b is 29.09 units long. Big A is 9.90 degrees, and big C is 20.10 degrees. Alright, so there's number 8. Okay, now some word problems, some applications here. From a certain distance, the angle of elevation to the top of a building is 17 degrees. Alright, so here's my building. Here's the ground. Okay. So we're further away here. So I'm going to draw this, and this is 17 degrees here. At a point 50 meters closer, so I'll draw this, and this distance from this point to this point is 50 meters. The angle of elevation is 31 degrees. Okay, find the height of the building. All right. So what I'm inclined to do here is solve this triangle a little bit. So I either have this side or this side. And then if I have this side, I'll have a right triangle. So solve this triangle so that I can have one of these sides to make it this right triangle or this right triangle. Alright, so I'm going to solve for this side here. I'll use, well, H isn't the best. H is usually for the height of a building. So I'm going to use H here. I'll just put X here. And I know that this angle is 180 minus 31. 180 minus 30 is 150. So if I subtract one more, I get 149 degrees. And that's 166 degrees, which leaves 14 degrees right there. Now, I'm going to use law of sines, I think, and have 50 over the sine of 14 degrees equals x over the sine of 17 degrees. Alright, so x sine 14 degrees equals 50 sine of 17 degrees. And I'll divide by sine of 14 degrees. And x will equal, let's go 50 sine 17 divided by sine of 14. 60.43. So this is 60.43 meters. That's our units there. And opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA now. the sine of 31 degrees is equal to h over 60.43. I'll just multiply both sides by 60.43. And I will have h. I'll just take that answer times sine of 31. 31.12 meters. That's the height of the building. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. I am going to draw this one out. A triangular parcel of land has sides of length 725 feet, 650 feet, and 575 feet. Find the measure of the largest angle. All right. I'm going to put 725 here. Go a little shorter here. Okay. Now, I may put 725 here, just because that looks a little longer than the other. And put, it doesn't have to be to scale or anything. These are feet. And 575. Okay. I am going to go for this angle, which I'll call C. Angle C, which makes this side C. I'll call this A and this B. And I'll just use this. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. So 725 squared equals 650 squared plus 575 squared minus 2 times 650 times 575 times the cosine of C. Now there's some solving to do here. I'm going to take 725 squared, replace it with numbers here, 525,625. 525,625. I'm going to take 650 squared plus 575 squared. I'm just going to add those two together. That's 753,125. I do not want to add that to it. That's like a separate term. So 2 times 650 times 575 is 747,500 times cosine of C. Now I am going to subtract 753,125 from both sides. Okay, 525,625 minus, I think I just divided, minus, my buttons are fading, 753,125 negative 227,500 equals negative 747,500 times cosine of C. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 747,500. And just divide this answer by negative 747,500. I get 0.3043 cosine of C, And I'm going to go inverse cosine of that. I'll just use the answer there like I have been. 72.28 degrees. C is approximately 72.28 degrees. And I don't have to solve the whole thing because all it asked for was the largest angle. And I chose this side, the angle opposite the 725, because that's the longest side. The longest side is opposite the largest angle. Alright guys, there you go. Take care.